one and all to week 174 of the Wrestling Rundown. And as well, we eagerly anticipate the upcoming Hell in a Cell pay-per-view.
Hell yeah.
That we're about to watch as soon as we get done shooting this. We're going to let you know what happened in the world of independent wrestling, or at least American independent wrestling for the most part, which we talk about on a regular basis here on the Indy News.
Indeed.
Starting with some results.
Yeah. We got 2 results this week.
Yeah, I'll start with AAW's Seize the Day from LaSalle, Illinois, where we had Samantha Heights defeat Alley Cat, Kurt Stallion defeated Chuck Taylor, Eddie Kingston defeated Mike Hartenbauer, Jake Something and Brew Baker defeated Zero Gravity. Good job, guys. AR Fox defeated Sammy Callahan. Surprised this wasn't one of the main event matches.
Yeah, no joke.
Trey Miguel and Stephen Wolf defeated Paco and Ace Perry and Connor Braxton and Cody Rice in a triple threat ladder match to become new tag team champion #1 contenders.
Yeah.
And then Scarlet and Craves successfully retained the tag team championships against the Hooligans. So we know that soon, Scarlet and Graves will have to defense against Trey Miguel and Stephen Wolf.
And depending on how one of our upcoming shows might go, we might see that night 2 of a certain tournament that's coming up this week.
Potentially. Rachel Ellering defeated Allison Kay and Candice LeRae defeated Britt Baker. Both of those were tournament matches for the first AAW Women's Championship. So both of them will be moving on to shows later in the year, hopefully to capture the first Women's Championship of AAW.
The battlefield in that situation is
slowly narrowing.
Is narrowing very quickly.
Then we had Keith Lee and Shane Strickland defeat Myron Reed and Michael Elgin. I wanted to say Micron.
There you go.
Ship name, Micron.
Micron.
And in the main event, Phoenix successfully defended his AAW Championship from his brother, Penta El Cero Miedo.
Just in case you didn't know who his brother was.
Yeah, they're brothers.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Now you know.
Now kiss.
Weird. Right. Let's talk about Ring of Honor now.
Yeah.
Only 2 matches. Our first match was actually Josh Woods' Ring of Honor television title match.
Yeah, he's been sitting on this for a minute.
Yeah. Originally we thought he was going to go against Kushida, but now Kenny King, winning at Death Before Dishonor, he was the one challenged by Josh Woods. Probably my favorite match Josh Woods has had.
I still like his one with Jay Briscoe.
But probably one of the best matches we've seen Kenny King have in a while.
You know, once you drop the dead weight of the rest of... here's the thing. Individually,
the Rebellion are great.
All the members of the X-Rebellion are awesome.
Yeah.
I like Rhett Titus in the ring. I like Caprice Coleman. He's extremely athletically gifted. Same thing with Kenny King. Kenny King's great in the ring. When you put them together with a stupid gimmick, it's terrible.
But to be honest, Kenny King's probably the best out of the 3.
Yeah. He put on a hell of a show.
Yeah.
Made Woods look like $1 million.
Yeah.
But I think it was just the lack of Woods' experience that cost him the match.
Yeah, Woods looked great at the beginning because he was using his ground wrestling, his MMA background really well. But then once it got to that high stakes pro wrestling style, he couldn't keep up with Kenny King.
Yeah.
And
he did catch Kenny King out of the air. My favorite thing is he didn't stay on the ground and wait for him. That's so, I think, at this point becoming an overdone thing in matches with guys like Zack Sabre Jr. or Marty Scurll.
People who have submissions.
Yeah, where they lay on the ground and when the guy goes for the off the top rope move, they can rotate and catch him in an armbar or a triangle choke. Where Woods actually was on his feet, and when Kenny King jumped, he actually jumped up and caught Kenny King midair.
Yeah, caught him right into the triangle choke. A few minutes of Kenny King trying to struggle, but eventually he was able to push himself up and put all the weight on Josh Woods, causing a pinfall, and Kenny King is still the Ring of Honor World Television Champion.
But he's got a couple people in line.
Yeah, he said he'd fight anyone. So apparently, Shane Taylor, Chuck Taylor, Punishment Martinez, and Mark Briscoe are all like, well, I want to fight you for that title.
Well, it's Chucky T.
Chucky T. After Shane Taylor and Chuck Taylor came out, I was like, okay, what other Taylors are in Ring of Honor? Because
Tim the Toolman Taylor.
I don't see Tim Allen.
No.
challenging Kenny King for the TV title. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of cool because this can go a lot of different ways because, like, one thing you can think about is potentially next week or the week after having those 4 guys in a 4 corners match to determine the number 1 contender, which would be sick.
Or I think it would be really cool if, Kenny King says he's willing to... If Kenny King's like, it doesn't matter who I face, it doesn't matter how many people I face, it'd be cool to see 2 singles matches to lead into a triple threat match.
Yeah, some sort of mini tournament.
Yeah.
Or one of their, survival matches. Where they have 5 or 6 guys in the ring all at once.
Absolutely.
Kenny King could be having to defend against everybody at the same time.
And that's a hell of a field to try to be fighting your way through. You
just gotta hope at that point Shane and Punishment
cancel each other out. Yeah, because they're easily the biggest. They literally are the biggest obstacles to overcome in a match like that. Next week, Cody will be signing his lucrative ROH contract.
The most lucrative contract in ROH history, apparently,
according to Marty Skrull. And our main event was set at the beginning of the show because Silas Young still riding high on the fact that he beat Jay Lethal in the Last Man Standing match. Him and Beer City Bruiser have found a third person to go after those 6-man tag team titles.
Yeah, after months of searching and failing at finding an adequately manly partner.
Well, I mean, you don't get much more manly than Minoru Suzuki. This dude is scary as hell, but the Hung Bucks don't seem to give a damn, and they were more than willing to put their titles on the line in the main event. And I mean,
it was a fun match.
It was
a fun match.
So much going on.
Both teams were playing borderline heels.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Lot of distracting the referees, a lot of interferences.
Well, I mean, it's the Bullet Club shtick to do that, but in this match, Bruiser, Suzuki, and Young were definitely the heels.
Yeah, but I popped hardcore right before the first commercial break when Suzuki got in the ring and they cleared the ring of the Bucks when they did like the 3-way Kimuras on everyone, and then everyone escaped the ring, and Suzuki did the GQ pose in the ring while Silas and Beer City two-sweeted.
Yeah.
That was good for me. That was good in my heart strings.
Big old balls on Hangman Page just saying, I want to face Minoru Suzuki. This is a guy that Cody was like, shit, why did I put an open challenge out for my title? Why did he have to accept? Hangman Page is like, fuck it, bring it on, bro.
Well, Page has been kind of off the radar for a minute, so he's trying to make an impression in some of his first outings back.
Yeah. But in the end, again, Hangman Page hitting the rite of passage on Beer City Bruiser.
Well, yeah, because Beer City Bruiser almost tried to squish his head.
He did. There was a whole there's a series of moves off the apron.
Bruiser does that running front flip senton off the apron, and he rode high on Adam Page on the way down, so he almost squashed his head.
Yeah, he at least
grazed the face.
Yeah, grazed by the left side of his face, and it was a scary moment, but Page survived. And
not to mention talking about Page hitting the running shooting star Meltzer driver on the outside too.
Fuck, man, I didn't expect that to work because his little shooting star that he does off the apron scares me a lot of the time. But
it used to look like he was never going to rotate enough.
It's usually a shooting star headbutt is what he does.
Yeah, so he's getting way better.
Yeah. But yeah, a couple of great moves from him leading to the rite of passage on Beer City Bruiser. And the Hung Bucks remained the ROH 6-man tag team titles. And
they remain the titles.
Yeah, they're still the titles.
Next week, I just hope the next people who beat them actually wear them around. It's got to be a big team, though. Who's like the biggest team in ROH? War Machine and
Shane Taylor.
Oh God.
War Machine and Shane Taylor. Then wear the Young Bucks and Hangman Page around.
At least Hangman Page has the rope, so I mean, he could. He could tie himself up.
They could just carry them over their shoulders.
That's true.
I mean, most people do that with titles. But then we had Suzuki and Bruiser and Young all started like shoving each other. There was a lot of issues, so I think we're gonna be seeing Silas Young versus Minoru Suzuki here pretty soon. And that's gonna be a fucking hell of a match. But in the end, we had Jay Briscoe commenting on his actions at Death Before Dishonor when he slammed a table into the face of Bully Ray.
Almost.
He didn't get a chance.
Yeah, he didn't get very far in the explanation.
He just said, everyone wants to know why. And then Tommy Dreamer came out and read him the fucking riot act.
Yeah.
So, Tommy Dreamer, none too happy with the actions of Jay Briscoe, essentially giving him a warning from himself and the fact that he's now pissed off Bully Ray. Which is something most people in wrestling don't want to do. So
yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of the segment. I don't think Tommy Dreamer is very good at being overtly emotional without sounding like a crybaby.
I disagree. I think he's one of the guys, other than like Mikey Whipwreck, he's one of the guys that you get the most sympathy for in ECW.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, he's trying to get sympathy for Bully Ray.
Well,
on top of that, like what Dreamer needed to go out there and do, what would have benefited him more was if it was strictly a warning promo where he would have gone and done like a fire everybody up promo. Because Dreamer's he's the heart and soul.
Yeah.
You know, and he's that guy that we want to like get behind. You know, it's good to get sympathy for him, but like that's when he's getting beat up. You know, for me, he needed to come out and be like, bro, you need to watch your fucking ass, because now Bully Ray's pissed and he's going to come back better than ever, yada, yada, yada. And, you know, maybe try and make Jay Briscoe afraid, which you know is like nigh impossible to strike fear into the heart of Jay Briscoe. And then maybe to have Jay Briscoe then fucking like super kick him or something.
Maybe. I think it was more of an attempt to add the extra heel points on Jay Briscoe. Because I don't know if people were fully against Jay Briscoe for what he did. So to try and get that sympathy of, you know, the history of injuries that Bully Ray has endured, to try and make Bray Gisco more.
Yeah, that guy.
Bray Gisco.
I think effectively, potentially they just maybe didn't have a good enough reason for Jay Briscoe to come out and explain and expect that to get the heat they wanted.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, you know, okay, what is it going to be? Because, again, we never got the actual answer. So...
What if each week Jay Briscoe comes out to try and, you know, explain why he did it?
Somebody else interrupts.
Just a different ECW guy comes out every week.
Just a different person in general. Like, next week it'll be Mark. Just be like, hey, man.
Mark was visibly like, what the fuck did you just do? Like, when it was happening at Death Before Dishonor. So.
Yeah.
That is it for results. We got one quick news story.
Yeah.
Dealing with a show that we'll talk about in November, when House of Hardcore makes its return after the issues that they had.
That was quite a hiatus.
Yeah. Tommy Dreamer, he can't go into the details as to why it happened, but everything is cleared. They're coming back in November. And former WWE diva Candice Michelle will have her farewell match at House of Hardcore.
Coming in to do a one-off to, like, actually have, like, a send-off.
Yeah, she never really had one for WWE, and, you know, and then she was out, she was doing some indies, and then she had her baby, and so it's been kind of back and forth, so she's coming back for one match.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be against Victoria.
That's cool.
A.K.A. Lisa Marie.
Someone that she...
A.K.A. whatever the fuck she was in...
Tara. Someone that she knows well, someone that she had a run with in WWE.
Yeah.
So we'll see that at House of Hardcore about the middle of November, I believe. But that is it for news. It's time for upcoming
shows.
Where I have none, again.
Yeah.
But you have a lot.
I have 5, but
but only
a handful of matches.
Only a handful of matches.
So on Friday the 13th, Spoopy Day. Especially because it's happening in October. It's also Halloween.
We're just getting more and more scary.
I'm just the stupid meme of people like trying to say like, oh, didn't you know this year Halloween's gonna land on Friday the 13th? Like people fucking buy into that. Y'all
That's
morons.
because people are stupid.
Yeah. Okay. Away from stupid people and over to wrestling.
Yeah.
AAW Jim Lynam Memorial Tournament Night 1.
Yes.
This tournament is stacked.
Yeah.
This is like 16 great fucking people.
Absolutely.
With I don't know, like maybe one of them that I don't care about, out of the whole 16. On one side, we're gonna have Sami Callihan versus Matt Fitchett, Eddie Kingston versus Mike Haskins.
Mark Haskins.
Mark Haskins. What did I say? Did I say Mike?
He said Mike.
Oh,
Mike's on the other side.
Yeah, there's a Mike over there. Zachary Wentz versus Jeff Cobb, and AR Fox versus Desmond Xavier. That's one half of the tournament.
Yeah.
The other half of the tournament, you've got Myron Reed versus Cage.
Good luck, Myron.
Penta El Zero Miedo versus Michael Elgin.
Yeah.
ACH versus Kurt Stallion. And Zima Ion. Yes, not DJZ.
No, he's Zima Ion.
Zima Ion. Going back to the roots.
Yeah.
You know, versus Andrew Everett.
Yeah. That's a lot of dudes that
And
we
Kurt
talk
Stallion.
about on a regular. Yeah. He was in the top prospect tournament. He lost, but he was in the top prospect tournament. I think he lost to Josh Woods, actually.
Probably.
Actually, no, I think he lost to John Skyler.
Ha! Deserve it. I don't know. I just don't like him. One of those guys that rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh well.
And in non-tournament action that night, we're going to have Matt Riddle and Zack Sabre Jr. team up to take on Keith Lee and Shane Strickland.
Those are two pretty awesome teams.
Yeah. And
You're wearing one of them.
I am. King of the Bros. And Phoenix defending the championship against Trevor Lee.
That'll be a good match.
And then Saturday the 14th, we've got Evolve 94. No officially announced matches that we were able to find, but the poster did say Last Man Standing with pictures of Matt Riddle with his belt, the WWE Live title, and Keith Lee next to him. So
it's safe to assume that that's going to be the main event of 94.
Yeah. And then also on Saturday, we're going to have Jim Lynam Memorial Tournament Night 2, where the rest of the tournament is going to take place along with a 6-person scramble match between Paco and Davey Vega and 4 mystery people, so probably people who will be eliminated in the first stage of the tournament.
And potentially we could see Trey Miguel and Stephen Wolf get their tag team title match against Scarlett and Graves.
Yeah, if both of them get eliminated in the first round too.
Depending on how the tournament goes, we could see that match.
Which, I mean, they're respectively fighting Jeff Cobb and AR Fox. So you could
There's
see
a good chance that Scarlett and Graves are going to get eliminated.
Also happening on Saturday, CZW, the Wolf of Wrestling, from their new location, the new CZW Arena in Sewell, New Jersey.
All right, moving out of Voorhees.
Voorhees. Yeah, they're not the skate park or skate zone or whatever.
Yeah, the skate park.
Flyer
Flyer skate park or skate zone, whatever. Yeah.
We're going to have Dave Starr versus Kit Osborne, Ricky Shane Page versus Jimmy Lloyd versus Alex Cullen versus Mr. Claxton in a 4-way CCW rules match. Is somebody list the official rules of a CCW rules match? Because I feel like this just changes depending on how they're feeling.
I assume that CCW rules means you can get hardcore, so you can do things like tables, chairs, maybe even like thumbtacks, stuff like that, like Attitude Era type of stuff, but you can't move over into the deathmatch shit.
Oh, maybe.
No light tubes, no barbed wire, maybe some, I don't know. Tell us. We're interested.
If there's official rules. Yeah.
Anyone from CCW that's watching, let us know down in the comments.
Trey Miguel versus Johnny Silver. Storm of Entrails will face off against the Hooligans in a tag team death match.
So, there we go. At this show, we will see the difference between CCW rules and deathmatch rules.
And we'll see it with the same amount of people in the matches, too. There's 4 in each.
There you go.
We're going to have Ace Romero versus Greg Excellent, Ohio is for Killers versus the Carnies, and Shane Strickland with another open challenge, probably defending the championship again. And then on Sunday, we've got the next Evolve 95 from East Haven, Connecticut, with no matches yet announced. But we do have the poster picture with Catchpoint on the front, so they're probably going to have. I mean, they usually have a fairly big presence on the Evolve shows in general.
Catchpoint's like the big.
They're like the staple.
They are the yeah. They're the constants of Evolve.
So they'll probably have again a big presence in Evolve 95.
Absolutely. But that is it for the Indy news. Thanks for watching, guys.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell notification.
And click those links.
Yeah, there's so many links we have down there, the ones to all of our social medias as per usual, but the important ones are the ones above our links, which are the links to the websites of the independent professional wrestling promotions that we talk about on a regular basis.
Like ROHWrestling.com.
Like ChikaraPro.com.
CZWrestling.com.
AAWrestling.com.
And more. And we want to add more. We want more on that list. So using those social media links down below, send us links to your favorite and or local promotions.
Or your local favorite.
That one too. Whether it's their website, their Facebook, their YouTube page, anything that shows us a little bit of what they got going on. Plus if we can get upcoming shows and within 24 hours of said shows, the results, we will not only continue to talk about them on a regular basis, but we give you a shout out for bringing them to our attention. We also want you to check out links like our podcast.
That's the SoundCloud link.
And Reasonable Wrestling Fans.
Reasonable the W.
Like wrestling. Over on Reasonable Wrestling Fans, you can check out our brand new unboxing video we did just a couple weeks ago. Coming out, we're just a couple weeks away before we'll do our next one as well. And stay over on this YouTube channel because coming up next will be our review of WWE's Hell in a Cell because it started 20 minutes ago. We're about to watch it right now, so we're going to review it, and you're going to find out what we thought about it. But for now, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
Fuck Jim Cornette.
Go Santino.